No, it was something else I wanted to say while we was backstage, but I just remember when we went live.
Oh, we're live, sir.
We are. It's too late now.
Text it on. Well, I already say text it on the side.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing on the side.
You right.
You
Not even
slide
wrap
to
it
the
up.
side. You do that. Let's get it. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. I am your host, Veronica.
Sound like a 1-800.
Yo, stop. Just
You
throw
sound like
that
a 1-800 number.
Throw it in the trash.
Welcome to the Tangy Tea of Life. I am your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
1-800 butt cheeks.
Boop, left cheek, right cheek. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I love to irritate Victor.
Oh,
love it.
Victor. Right. He already got on us behind the scene. So now, are you embarrassed of us?
Are you?
Never. We hang out and I sit with y'all and y'all cut up. And when it's time for me to leave, I leave.
Oh,
Never be embarrassed. Never that.
Thank you. You shouldn't.
we
Never.
appreciate
Because
it.
we go out in public sometime together. I don't want to cut to the up.
Yeah. Y'all do cut up. Veronica had to save me. I said some things. I was lit this weekend. Veronica saved me from probably getting my tail tore up by somebody.
Very lit. But I had your back, though.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? You go down, I go down. You throwing balls, I'm throwing balls.
I mean, I ain't gonna fight no woman, but I mean, I get what you're saying.
I wouldn't let you. Because that's what that. Hold on.
It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious. Trust me.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't serious. It wasn't that serious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I misheard what she said, and then I got a reaction. I was like, wait, oh, that's not what I meant.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was all good, though. What's going on, Renee, Alicia, Lisa? We see you guys.
Hey.
Hello and welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. It goes down here each and every Tuesday and Thursday. So glad to have you guys join us. As you can see, first of all, let me welcome my host, Mr. Manipulator. Yeah.
Don't push nothing.
I'm not touching it. I'm not.
Touch it. Touch it. You scared? You scared, friend?
Hit it. Touch it.
Touch it.
Hit it.
Touch it.
Hey, George.
Push it. Touch it.
Push it. Push it. Let me see what I got. It's way over here tonight. Let me see.
Way over there. You need to bring it closer.
I mean, did an airplane just pass by?
No.
That exactly sound like a jet. Just flew over the house.
That's what he said. Don't push. Don't push. Listen, I don't know what's going on with my board, but I'm definitely going to be calling someone about this because my board has not been working properly. Hello, Skipper.
Did you see your receipt?
My computer's just. Ugh.
Welcome, my brother. Manipulator. Also, my girl Sharon is back with us.
Hello, everyone.
The angel.
I know, right?
I need to find me somebody who know how to cornrow, man. I've been trying to get my hair braided, but I can't have everybody playing in my head because if I'm gonna sit between your legs, you're gonna have to at least smell halfway decent. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you should be able to sit in a chair.
Right.
and they
You
stand
don't necessarily have to sit between their legs, sir.
right.
Them people that got chairs cost too much, man. But if them house calls, they about in my price range.
Well, that's personal.
Yeah.
That's personal. That sounds a little personal,
It
Victor.
sound like he want to sit between somebody's legs.
Somebody's smell the.
Japanese
Fly.
blossom.
I'm buying you something for Christmas. Your
Oh,
own personal stash.
wow.
Oh
Hey,
God.
Michelle. Hi, Noah.
Put it
And
on my
speaking,
hand and just
speaking of Noah, let me say happy birthday to my little cousin Reagan. Her birthday is tomorrow. She's going to be 8 years old.
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday, Reagan. Whoop,
Yay.
whoop.
That's
And my
Noah.
daughter's going to be 25 tomorrow.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Shanice.
Happy birthday, Chinese.
My
The big
baby girl.
25.
Mhm.
Big 25. Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
they grow so fast.
Grow up so fast. It takes no time. But let me
Who coming here with them? First of all, let me address that. We them boys. Did they win the Super Bowl or something?
not
No.
yet.
Because I didn't think it was like.
I can't stand them, man.
Woo, yeah, they come in with the foolishness all the time. Yeah, y'all them boys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I hear haters?
What
Haters.
was that?
Haters to my, what is this, my right?
Left,
Haters.
right, front,
Below.
down. Yep. However you want. However do you want it?
However do you need it?
However do you want me? However.
He's so ashamed of us tonight. I don't know.
I don't care.
what to feel.
I don't care. Baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my
That's my
baby daddy.
Hey, that's just my baby daddy. I
You
forgot
just
all about
mad.
that song. So guys, we have something new that I've added to the tea. As you guys can see, if you're logged on to our page, you can see that we now are available to receive stars.
Woo, 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 woo. Woo, there it is. Woo, there
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Woo, there it is. Woo,
What's a
there
star?
it is. Woo, chakalaka, shakalaka.
So a
shaka.
star helps support the actual page. So by you sending stars, the page may get a little income coming in. So show your support. If you love these videos, if you love our podcast, show support by sending us stars. Oh, we're moving up in this world.
Yeah. Don't think it's gonna make us millionaires. Just
I don't
Okay.
want a million. I don't
Me
want-
neither. Sadly, it's not, but we do it because we love it.
I just need some.
Exactly.
I just want somebody to be true to me. That's it. I don't even want the money.
Ooh, what's going on, Vic? What's going on?
Well,
Oh,
to me,
cancel the time. Come on. Come to Jesus.
Yeah.
What happened?
Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, there
this
you
ain't
go,
no,
girl.
this ain't no damn tea. Y'all
What
ain't
happened?
no damn tea.
What happened?
Tell us your problem.
I need them to stop stomping on your heart. I really do.
That what they doing there?
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's stomping all over your heart. Taking
I mean-
advantage all over
And
your
they pump
kindness.
Kool-Aid too.
Your heart's pumped Kool-Aid.
But I'm saying,
Sugary Kool-Aid too.
but with the names like Mr. Manipulator and Mr. Steal Your Girl and
I ain't never
Mr.
steal your
Slide
girl.
to the
Mr. Don't-
side.
So what are we supposed to expect, right?
Right.
So
I
it may
can-
not just
I can only go by what I answer to. I mean, somebody called me a manipulator. Somebody says something about sliding to the side one time. I mean, I just, Mr.
Wow.
Unrealistic Expectation. That was the best one that somebody told me. I had unrealistic expectations. And I was
Wow.
like, oh, okay, well, I'm just fucking human. But that's what
Well,
it is.
child. Let me tell you, your people, your viewers, off the chain already.
I can't steal because it's slow ass computer.
You sly. Think about what's 40 stars give me.
what?
Oh, you know what 40 stars get you.
No,
He
that
said, what is
was
40?
Marvin, of
Oh
course.
yeah, Marvin said, "What does $40 worth of stars get me?"
That's what I'm
I'm
talking about.
dead.
You already know what 40
Woo,
stars
child.
get. You get some of that cougar. Pew, some of that
I'm
pew.
dead. That was
But
funny.
who is the cougar though?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find one.
We'll find one to promote the tea.
We'll find.
I want sweet brown. Ain't nobody got time for that. For her.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody.
Oh, Victor, leave it to you. But you know, what you throw out is what you get, my brother.
I ain't throwing out much. I can tell you that.
Not even leftovers, huh?
I ain't throwing nothing out.
Oh man.
But
Well,
it's what it is, though.
you're gonna find you a great woman.
I ain't looking. I can tell you that.
I mean, you may not be looking, but she's headed your way.
Is she? Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We will definitely see.
Yep, she's heading your. You
That
have to,
motherfucker blind as hell, ain't it? Well, I'm sorry, she working overtime right now. That's what it is.
she blind. She can't hear.
Ain't it though? She probably pregnant right now.
She
Too.
blind and deaf, huh? Ooh.
Is that pregnant?
She probably pregnant right now. She got to wait after the baby.
She mute talking about Victor. See why? Why you make me do it?
I
Why?
didn't make you do that.
Why you make me do that? Why?
That was completely on you.
Ooh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
gosh. So, okay, so you didn't want to talk about Travis Scott. So let's talk about this baby situation that Marvin is talking about. Do like the baby, kick them heifers out. What's going on with that story that broke?
First of all, I can't believe you support that, Marvin.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Because why? First of all, that's your child's mother. So she was good enough for you to lay down and make a baby, then you're gonna disrespect her like that? It's just toxicity all over the internet right now. Toxic. About, you know, she was your side woman, but you got your side. You'll never get your side girl pregnant. She was such a side, you know, girl.
Aren't you supposed to be wrapping it up with him?
Honey, I won't even listen to the whole thing. I just feel like it's just terrible.
See, y'all bash. Listen, first of all, she grown. They both grown. Nobody was raped and nobody was taken advantage of. She knew what she was getting into when she was even dealing with this dude. So you got exactly what you asked for. You got treated like a slut because you was a slut. Regardless, it don't matter. The truth is the truth. That woman knew you are getting with an entertainer. He was with his children's mother when you even got with him. So what do you think? You was gonna get this monogamous dude? No. He treated you exactly how you wanted to be treated. And we need to stop trying to come to the rescue of these girls that's putting themselves in these situations. You know what type of dude this is. You know the type of music that he makes. He's a misogynistic dude. But you fell for it because you gonna change him. Man, cut that shit out. She got exactly what you need.
And I'm with Cheryl, and she was a slut how?
You said what?
And she was a slut how?
I mean, she slept with dudes, so I give her the slut title because
but you sleep with women, so are they sluts?
I mean, if I slut them out, then yeah.
You know what, Victor? You just doing and saying the most now because you can't call her no slut.
Why I can't? That's my God.
Because the thing about, at the end of the day, we don't know the agreement they had and how it started. You know, everybody deserves respect. She's still somebody's daughter. He's still somebody's son, of course, but they have a child together. One day your child gonna get older and they're gonna listen. They're gonna see all of this.
But when I want my daughters to know, when you in a man's house and he tells you to get out, get your stuff and get out.
I can't wait till women revert back to you ain't getting no goodies. And you know what?
They do it.
Think like a man, and that 90-day. They need to really go back to that 90 days.
And they're gonna be single for a long time.
And that's fine. We can do that and be happy. We can do that.
Okay.
And be happy.
You and maybe about 6 other women will be standing in line waiting 90 days.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
Peace of mind is better than being called a slut and
90 days,
my name dragged through the internet and
So after 90 days, you ain't a slut no more?
90 days, you setting those boundaries.
You okay on the 91st day you turn into a... Come on, man.
Not necessarily. I mean, not necessarily. But you turn it into slutness, I'm sure. Okay.
So this is the thing.
Because most men I know
she was an Instagram model. okay, she come from that lifestyle. She was an Instagram model. It ain't like she was punching a 9 to 5. And I'm not saying all Instagram models are sluts, but she sells sex. So what you think? How I'm supposed to treat you? If you come at me, how I met you is through Instagram on DMs or you showing your body. So what I'm supposed to do? Take you to Ruth Chris and hold your hand? Nah, he said exactly what she was. She was a side chick. That's what she was.
Well, he shouldn't have got his side chick pregnant.
No. There's no rules to having a side chick.
Ain't no rules. Oh, okay.
I mean,
All
he
right.
did exactly what he wanted to do with her.
Yeah. And maybe she did exactly what she wanted to do with his regular.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, she secured the bag and got a baby. But he ain't the one with 2 assault charges. She is. So apparently, she don't know how to keep her hands on herself. So talk about that.
I'm sure he pushed her to the.
Oh, limit. Here we go. See, that's the shit.
If she ain't never had no assault charges, when you get to a man that make you want to go to jail or you do things that go to jail, I mean, you got to let him go anyway. I mean, if I'm with someone and I got to go to jail because I want to put my hands on you, it ain't it. That's not it. What you think, Veronica? That ain't it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to jail for anyone.
But see, y'all sitting here condoning this bullshit. She put her hands on my man.
Nobody condoning it. I didn't say she was right.
I'm not condoning it. First of all, this is
not. You sitting here and deflecting. She put her hands on the dude. It don't matter if he made her want to do it or not. She is an adult, and you should have some damn restraint and self-respect that you don't put your hands on another human being unless they want you to.
Let me tell you something. You don't never. Everybody got pressure points, and he must have. He had to hit a pressure point for sis to go off because you know what I'm saying. Nobody's going to risk their career and their money or whatever.
So that's why
for that BS. So he hit a pressure point.
So what? So what if he had a pressure point?
Okay.
She still should have.
Mr. Manipulator, you got the right name tonight. You right, Mr. Manipulator. You right, and that's all they do.
You manipulating the whole situation. You sitting here. She put her hands on my man. She is wrong. But you sitting here saying, "Well, people got pressure points."
I didn't say she was right, but she had that. He hit that pressure point.
So what?
So it doesn't make her a hoe. It doesn't make her a bad person. It just said he said something that he wasn't supposed to say to her.
So that makes it okay then.
You know what? Yeah, slap the pure taste out his mouth.
See, that's some shit.
Yep. Because I sure would try to slap the pure taste out your mouth.
I just heard about this story today. I'm late to the game, so I really don't know what.
It's okay for women to hit men.
No.
If a man pushes them, that's what you just said.
No, I ain't saying it was okay, but I said, but if she felt like slapping the taste out his mouth.
So what if he felt like it? What was he supposed to do?
Walk away.
You see that dumb shit? Now that's, you know what?
Call it whatever you want to. See, pressure point right there. See, if I was there in that closet with you,
I wouldn't touch
all those clothes behind you be moving.
No, they wouldn't.
Just moving. Throw it out the way. It's been some shit going on.
No, it wouldn't.
Ow. I'm gonna just black your other eye and then black this eye.
She just talking. She wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
I know she wouldn't, because it's a long.
I don't know.
Way, it's a long way.
You know what? You know what? People. You can't say what people won't do. So you know what? I don't know.
I tell you right now, I'm a big believer. If you put your hands on me, I'm gonna knock your ass the hell out.
No, you would not.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, you would not.
Fine. Might get knocked out. Okay.
You wouldn't put your hands on a woman.
He would. See? Now, see, there we go. See, he would knock a woman
twice
out. I would block a man, knock a man out. You know, we would fight. So there it is. See, pressure points. Everybody got them. So you don't never know what happened to make her go off on him.
Victor, your woman could be watching. Like you're.
You know what? And if you respect me, like I said, I don't put my hands on people. I don't condone in none of that bullshit. You don't hit shit you love. That's why I don't play fight. I don't do none of that shit. But
I definitely don't. I don't either.
If you punch me in my face,
yep. I don't either. I don't play fight.
All that's out the window. I don't give a damn how much you said you love me. I will push your ass from the second floor window and you're gonna hit the ground.
Yeah, that stuff gets serious.
You don't.
And then you'll be on the cold floor in the jailhouse, sir.
Yeah, that stuff gets serious.
Well,
play fighting. I tell people, you know what? Don't put your hands on other people's children.
I don't play like that, man. You don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Keep your hands to yourself.
Kenneth agree with you. Big agree. Don't touch.
I'm turning up the PS4,
Sure.
Nintendo,
You
all
can
of
do
that.
all that, and I'm
That's
cool.
right, Cheryl.
I'm cool with you doing all that. Tear up all that shit, because when the cops come, you just know you ain't coming back. But just don't put your hands on me.
The big screen TV.
You can tear up
gone.
all that. I can replace all that shit. Just don't.
The flower shirts gone.
All that. Because all I'm gonna do is walk outside and wait for the cops to come. But if you push me, I walk off from that too. But if you hit me,
but I tell you one thing, I see these comments bring out the real people. You know, they bring out the real people because you know, hey, that you can see.
Right, like this one.
Yeah.
This ain't the subject for me because we choke bitches out around here.
Yeah.
nah, hey,
at least he honest. At least he honest.
He's lying too.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, bro, do that. But I with that, and that's the problem with a lot of these. I don't even want to call them. I should say millennials. But anyway, y'all women think that y'all can just put your hands on somebody, and it's okay. It is never okay for anybody to put their hands on anybody.
I don't know what you're talking about, y'all women, because I've never been that type of person to think it was okay to put my hands on nobody.
Right.
And I didn't condone the fact that she did. Okay. I did say people have pressure points. So I don't know what he said to put her, it could be the vice versa. It could have been where she said something and he could have hit her. But but the fact of the matter is his mouth did. Words hurt. They cut like
what?
A knife.
You keep referring it back to him. She should not. It don't matter what somebody say to you. You do not put your hands on somebody. I
can't say that. I can't say that. You know, you should say it doesn't matter what nobody. They say sticking stones and break my bones, when words will never hurt me. Let me tell you something. Right, because words cut like a knife. And if someone say the right thing to you about the right thing, that's a touchy subject. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. For instance, I was watching this video on Reels, and this girl had called this other girl. Her boyfriend had her saved in the phone as Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
She said, so he been over there seeing you? She said, really? She said, okay. She said, I'm his girlfriend. He has you saved in his phone as Chick-fil-A. The whole time he's sleeping now on the bed. She done wrapped the belt around his throat. Then did that. She said, look, do me a favor. Don't call his phone no more because he might be dead. And when she hung up the phone, threw the phone up, she pulled that belt so tight and pulled him up. I know dude was choking, and they stopped the video. But when he woke, she pulled that. She's like, so you just see, everybody's different, you know, where some people say you don't hit people. I mean, I agree. You don't put your hands on other people's children or daughters.
Right.
But you never know what goes on. Somebody's hurt enough. That's what, what'll happen. I'm not saying it's right. Vic, but it happens.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because after that whole long ass story, you just made an excuse for this woman to do whatever it is that she did. Now, if my man would have, after she choked him, he would have got up and cold cocked the ass, then you would have been sitting here saying, well, he shouldn't have been cheating. No, if you find out this man is cheating on you, just leave. Do not put your hands on people. It is never okay to hit anybody. It don't matter what the circumstances is. It's not okay, and it's circumstances behind that shit. So, y'all can only play the victim but so long until somebody gonna say, you damn right, she should have got her ass knocked the hell out. But y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop that mess. Stop. Until somebody gonna say.
Sorry. Well, Sly says, have any of you heard of domestic discipline?
Woo! Why you going into a touchy subject? Because I think a lot of people don't understand what that is. I'm definitely not into nothing like that, but that is not my cup of tea by no form, by no show. No. Whew. No, Sly. No. But I get it. I understand, but I that's just not my thing.
Mr. Sammy says, you must have self-control, and that's a must.
On both parties.
Yeah, on both sides. Definitely. Oh, Bree, let me see what she says. If you throwing hands, expect to get hit back, male, female, whoever. You can't tell people how to react to your foolishness.
That's my homegirl. You damn right. Keep your hands to yourself.
I mean, you will expect a man not to hit back just because that's what men are taught, not to hit.
Really? They taught that? Who taught that?
Your parents.
My parents ain't teach me that.
Your parents never say, don't put your hands on a female.
Nope. They said if somebody hit you, you hit their ass back. and I get we protect females, but it comes a time that I watch my son and I watch my daughter grow up because they are 2 years apart and they fought. And I used to tell my son all the time, son, don't hit your sister, whatever. And finally, till my children's mothers told my son, if you don't defend yourself, she gonna hurt you. Because she used to dig in his face and he would sit there and just cry because he wouldn't, because he said, well, my daddy said I can't hit her back. And then we finally told him, man, tee off on her ass. And it took one more time for her to realize you don't play and you don't hit people. So now she gets that. She has that lesson now. It's okay. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way. You don't put your hands on people. So I'm glad she learned it early versus her getting in some man face at 20, whatever. And then now I got to go down there because you put your hands on my child, even though my child wrong as hell, to defend her honor. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I'd rather her learn now.
Everybody, just keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself.
But, sometimes you do get in that.
What you got to show your little arms for? Ain't nobody want to hit you, Veronica.
What?
Okay, we see.
First of all, I wasn't even showing my arms. I just was fixing my. But you see them though.
See how y'all acting.
See
how y'all acting.
Right, Sharon.
See how y'all acting today. We know y'all go to the gym. Let it go, Mrs. Ma'ams.
It wasn't even about that, but thanks for pointing them out, though. Thank you. So, Vic, if we're out together and say, like, some females have a problem with me and it's just you and I, they jump me, right?
We fighting. we in there. We. I don't even understand why you even asked that. We in there. We there.
Oh. Thank you, Victor.
We there. I mean, I'm not.
Oh my gosh.
Banging on no female, but I mean, I'm pulling. I might, do some of that. But I mean, I'm not gonna actively, throw hands with no female. Fuck
right. You're gonna just be pushing them off, like shoving them, like, oh.
We fighting, but I ain't. Yeah, nah, I ain't doing all that.
I appreciate that. All right, so Katasha says, my grandmother taught me you hit, expect to get hit back.
My girl. See? And a lot of people ain't. Y'all thought a lot of people was going to be on y'all damn side, ain't it?
I ain't damn who on my side. As long as I'm on my side, I'm okay. Let me tell you something.
I mean, to each his own. I mean, I wouldn't expect the dude to hit me back. I wouldn't. I mean, first of all, I'm with Sharon though, because if I gotta be in a relationship, whatever you call it, with someone that I have to worry about throwing hands,
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm not being in a relationship. I mean, but people are in relationships that are toxic. They fight, they fuss, they argue. Now,
but
they split up, they leave, they come back, they make up, and they to fight and argue the next day.
Right.
But that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about women putting their hands on men and not expecting to get hit back.
When do we ever stay on topic?
I just want to make sure.
And it moves. It moves like the ocean. The waves come back in on land. It comes back out. Come on.
I just want to make sure y'all.
I mean, if you want to go back there, I mean, I'll revisit with you. That's what you want? Come on, let's go back.
I
Okay, you're right. So I feel like, you know what? If somebody pushes my pressure points, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you. It depends on what point they push.
It depends on what the situation is.
I don't go into a relationship to fight and argue. That's not how I live. But you don't never know what will happen. You must be a manipulator, you know?
No, that's what y'all two are doing. Y'all manipulating. But go ahead.
If you say so.
I mean, it's my point of view, so that's what you're doing. But go ahead.
But you know, I ain't no punk.
See? Why I got to go there?
I'm just saying, I ain't no punk.
But see,
I don't go into something ready to fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's how women passively push buttons. When y'all say little shit like, I ain't no punk. And it's like, well, what are you talking about? Gee, we wasn't even talking about that. But I get it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Katasha says you can control yourself.
You can. But Katasha, you can't control yourself, but
sometimes
if somebody pushes your buttons, it's okay.
Man, I didn't say it was okay. I just don't know what the outcome is going to be.
You should know. You should always.
I'm not condoning it, but I mean, you just don't never know the mood, what somebody's going through. You just don't never know.
But see, that's the part. That's the part about maturing. When you start maturing,
that's true. Now that's true.
You start controlling your feelings.
I don't think it has anything to do with maturity.
Can I finish?
I don't think it has anything to do with maturity.
So when it comes to maturing, a lot of times you can see, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person and walk away. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you sit here and do what you need to do, but I'm gonna step over here. And as a other mature adult in the situation, that person needs to respect. Listen, if we are really going through some shit, let's just agree to walk away and come back and revisit it. To me, that's a sign of maturity, where we don't let it escalate that far. If you catch me cheating, you should be the bigger person, be like, okay, you know, do whatever you do, but you ain't got to put your hands on me.
Even if I catch you in the bed with her?
You don't put your, but see, that's it. It doesn't matter. Even if you catch somebody in the bed, you still don't put your hands on somebody. It's never okay to hit.
So you gonna walk away if you see that?
I have no. Okay, so if I hit you, now it turns into something else. I have to always keep. I ain't gonna say a cool head because I don't always do it. But going into a situation, you got to understand that there are consequences for your actions. So sometimes the best thing to do is walk away. Because if I put my hands on you or the person you in the bed with, it can only get worse after that. It's not going to get better. But if I can sit down and I can turn around and walk away, you know what I'm saying? It can't get no worse than that because the worst has just happened. Mm. That's just how I feel.
Brad, I know you got me to we dragging them bit, Ronnie. When I ask you the question, Vic, about if we're together and some girls jump on me.
Yeah.
That's what Brad's referring to. Let me see. Stevenson, any dudes put hands on my daughters or sisters, and it doesn't matter if they are right or wrong. I'm going somebody ass, or he goes to mine too.
And I get that, and I get that, and that's comes in the fact of being a protector. So if somebody if a man puts his hands on my daughter, whether she right or wrong, I have to defend her. So that's why I try to instill in my children now, don't get yourself in a situation where you put me in a compromising position. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Keep your damn hands to yourself, because by you keeping your hands to yourself, if this man puts his hands on you, then he is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the likelihood of a man putting his hands on you significantly goes down if you don't put your hands on him. Yes, you got some damn fighters out there, and I'm not saying that, and I ain't trying to what if all night long. But if you keep your hands to yourself, a lot of times, a good chance that somebody is not going to put their hands on you. That's all.
Well, All right. Well, we do have a letter tonight, folks. If y'all want to get into that, or y'all want to keep talking about the baby.
No. I don't, but you know.
Mr. Sammy says, I'm an older man and I have never, ever hit a woman.
He ain't say all that. He ain't say no never, ever. Don't say that. Mr. Hammond, you don't hit them between their legs, though.
See, why you got to go there?
Because, let me tell you this, and I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. A lot of times when we upset, we'll take it out on y'all between y'all legs now. So he done hit somebody. He done took his aggression out on somebody. Mr. Sammy, comment to that now. I know you done. What?
Excuse him, Mr. Sammy.
Mr. Sammy, he already know it's all out of love. It's all out of love.
Oh yeah, he knows that. All right. Well, Mr. Sammy was talking about hands, but he was definitely not talking.
I know he was.
But okay.
Mr. Sammy he done had to take his aggression out on somebody. Like, I can't believe you said that to me.
Oh, how the face go? How the face went?
Oh man, no, I got to go in a minute. I'm getting all worked up now.
Oh my gosh! You know what, Marvin?
What he said?
I catch you in the bed cheating. They will be bringing Yogi Bear chicken to their mama house.
Oh, 50 piece, huh? Marvin,
not the 50 piece.
Marvin tripping, boy. I mean, listen. I don't even see where any guy could make a rational decision when it comes to that. So, I mean, I'm sitting here speaking from a calm head, whatever. I mean, what would happen knowing how my house is set up? I mean, yeah, it'll be a crime scene in here, but I would hope and I pray that never happens or I never go through no shit like that. So.
Speaking of chicken, some more said a classy woman never eats a 3-piece.
I can see that.
They eat 2-piece chicken, not 3. How can you see that?
Well, me thinking about it, you know, if I take you on it, I mean, if you sitting here and you eating, you know, we eating chicken or a 2-piece or whatever on a date or whatever, what kind of date is that? And how long we been together? I mean, it's just certain things that I just don't see women doing, you know, unless we've been together a while. And eating a piece of chicken is not something that you need to be doing. It's not proper date etiquette to me. Eating with your hands? Come on, man. Now your hands all greasy and shit. I mean, it's just, you know, that's just me.
Oh, are we talking about first dating? First dates? Or are you talking about
not really first dates, but I mean, if I ain't seen you naked yet, you don't need to be eating. I mean, it's just certain things you don't need to be doing. That's just how
So I can't eat French fries with my hands?
Why are you ordering French fries?
That's my side.
I don't know. I'm really particular when I'm dating somebody or we go on a date, we go out to eat. I kind of watch and see, you know, what you eating and how you ordering. Are you really kind of self-aware of what you doing? And you know, that's just me. Excuse me.
So I can't order French fries.
You can order what you want to, but I'm gonna think a certain way of you if you order some French fries and we on a date. Why are you ordering French fries? Like,
because that's what I want. Okay. You told me to order what I want, right?
I requested you order what you want. I didn't tell you anything.
Okay, you requested me, sir, Mr. Manipulator, and I got fries as my side. So you're gonna be looking at me funny. You know, whoever's watching this, and you know, you paying Vic attention. You know, you might slide his DM or whatever. Please listen to him.
All right, so I'll tell you this: anybody who's ever dated me will tell you how I am.
Check him out first, okay?
I mean, it's what it is, though. I mean, you know, I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? So if
Wait,
we're going on a date, huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't
So
made a
if I'm 40, so if we're going on a date and I'm gonna ask you what restaurant you want to go to. If you tell me some shit like 301, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, this
They have good fried chicken, by the way.
they do. They do. But I'm also one of these people that, you know, sitting on the other side, if you're a woman, you need to also go ahead and get something off your bucket list that's kind of safe. If you want, you know, if you ain't never been to Percy's and Willie's, we talking about good restaurants in Florence. If you ain't never been to the Peddler before, tell that dude, hey man, take me to the Peddler. You might not never been, but like, oh baby, I want to try the Peddler. So you go to the Peddler. So now we sitting in this restaurant, you know what I'm saying? The cheapest thing on the menu, $50. When you sitting here, you order a steak and some damn French fries. You know what I'm saying? Or you order a steak and you want that shit well done. I'm gonna just look at you and be like, man, this girl don't even know what she's doing, man.
So a female can't order a steak well done?
She can order what she want to, but I'm just telling you how I'm gonna think about you because you know if you get a well done steak, you're not even tasting it. So you just wasting my money. Like you just
But that's how she like her steak.
And I get that. And I can go to Piggly Wiggly and buy you some steak and you can burn that up in your house. But now I done paid $65 for a damn steak that you can barely taste.
So you was judging me the other day when we went out to eat and I had those cheddar biscuits and I was eating it with my hands. Like I did with the team.
And what did I say?
What did you say?
I kept telling her, like, Veronica, I said exactly what I needed to say. I sat there and watched you eat a whole basket by yourself.
The lies you tell. I had 2 cheddar biscuits. Maybe 3. That's my prerogative. Hey, I go to the gym enough during the week where I feel like I can help myself.
How big that drink was?
She tricked me into that.
Yeah, all right. But I thought we had a letter, man.
I can't stand you, like, seriously.
I mean, I watch everything.
I noticed that. I'm glad I'm not even trying to be your girl. Like, I'm glad you never made a pass on me. I'm just glad. I thank God that.
But see, most men watch everything. They're just not as open as I am.
Yeah, but I don't think a man is gonna judge a female for ordering French fries.
You can order fries. It's just not on the first date, G. That's just not the first date. You don't do that. That is just, it's just so trashy.
Okay.
I just like it. Just like men don't go to restaurants and order burgers, man. You just don't do that. It's not what you're supposed to do.
Who says that?
Okay, so I'm dressed nice at this restaurant. All right, I got a whole burger. That burger's got what on it? Mayonnaise, ketchup, all this stuff, right?
All the works. I want
all that works. So I sit down. I got this big, nasty, sloppy, good, juicy burger, and I bite into it. And what happens? Comes right down my damn shirt. So now anything that we have to do out after that, either I got to go change or you gonna walk around with me with a mustard stain on my shirt. That's why you don't eat burgers on first dates. You do some shit like that when y'all comfortable and with each other and you got to change your clothes in the car. See, y'all don't think past the tip of your nose. That's why I say I look at everything. If I notice you gonna do that, you got on all white, but you over there, you eating French fries. You got all these grease on your fingertips. And you think you gonna give me a hug after we get up? No, ma'am. Don't put no grease stains on me. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Sharon, do you hear this foolishness?
It's not foolishness,
I hear this shit clearly. I hear this shit clearly. You know, the bull that it is, you know, I'm just letting Victor be on his rant because, I mean, when I say he been on some BS for the last 10, 15 minutes, you can't order fries, you can't order well-done steak, you can't eat a burger, you can't I go to the Peddler, you got to go to, you know,
what did I say? Did I say you had to do all that stuff? I said you could do whatever you want to.
I said this is what you just said. I've been letting you go on your little rave for 10, 15 minutes. It's just a whole lot of crock. But you know what? If that's the way you feel, boo-boo, then nobody can tell you different. That's right.
Brad said, and Brad, get off of it, okay? Because I did not eat a whole basket of biscuits.
If you did, that's your prerogative.
She did.
If you did, that's your prerogative. If you wanted to eat a whole daggone basket of biscuits, Veronica, then hell, that's your prerogative.
I deserve it, okay?
You deserve it. I deserve.
And then she tried to put me down.
I deserve it.
You deserve it.
And another thing about date etiquette, since we own this subject, since
you own that subject,
because we ain't going. I mean, but the thing about it is, women need to also be looking out too. You know what I'm saying? Veronica tried to put my back at the door when I first got there, and I told her, "No, ma'am, we're not."
No, I did not. I remember my back was towards the door.
When we got up the second time, you tried to. Because I sat. The reason I sat in that corner is because people were sitting behind me and I couldn't see them.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to move.
But I mean, I always let the man sit with his face in the doorway.
You lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Victor. You know why you gotta be so?
You just condone people. Like, I just feel like now people are not going to be real. I just feel like people, whatever you do, if you go on a date, just be yourself.
Be yourself.
I mean, you know what? If that person doesn't like how you eat, what you eat, then they ain't the person for you. Don't be stressed. Keep it moving. Somebody would want to eat that burger with you, or that well done steak, that basket of biscuits. Just
okay.
Do you. Just do you. Just be real.
That's
what's wrong with people being fake.
Exactly. I want to be comfortable with whoever I'm at the table with. Like,
right. I ain't gonna say fart around me on the first date.
No, I'm not, definitely don't go that far.
Don't go on a date and be fake and don't.
Right.
I agree.
And I know the restaurant got forks, so they don't have to eat the fries with their fingers.
See, now I can see the comments.
Well, I mean, I get in there like.
I can see the comments now.
That's so wonderful.
Oh, somebody coming. Okay.
Yes, and you see, everybody is agreeing with.
No, they're not agreeing with you.
They're saying eat your fries. Come on now.
But that's women saying that. Yeah, did I once say that you shouldn't? I mean, I did say you shouldn't. Did I say you couldn't? I not once said that. I said order what you want. But that's just gonna be the first and the last date we go.
Because I order fries.
Don't want you to have a well done. Don't want you to eat fries. Don't want you to knob the knob, right?
What? You said what?
Don't want you to eat fries with your fingers. Don't want you to eat a well done steak, but want you to slob the knob. Talking to the mic.
Did I say that?
Talking to the mic. Oh, okay.
Did I say that? Did I say you couldn't eat fries? Did I say all that?
No,
but you said if I eat fries, you're not going to talk to me anymore.
Not on the first date.
But you talk. It doesn't matter. Do you want the real person or the fake person?
I want the person that don't order fries on the first date.
Well, first dates are like people have, butterflies. They're a little nervous, so they're gonna get something simple like fries and chicken tenders.
You order some fries and chicken tenders, your ass gonna be sitting there by yourself.
Vic, when we go on our first one, I'm just gonna order a bucket of damn fries.
Going nowhere.
I'll order a bucket of fries. Excuse me, do you have a bucket of fries? I want those. Put them on his tab.
If you have extra honey mustard, please, for my chicken tender.
Okay. Child.
You are too much, Victor. Okay.
But you know what? Anybody who's ever been out on a date with me, they can't tell you that they didn't have a good time.
They probably had a good time walking on eggshells. Like,
wait a minute. Why do you?
Am I breathing too hard?
Why do you feel like that?
Should I get tea or Sprite? Is it a certain drink they have to do?
I mean, what am I doing? Am I sitting here beating motherfuckers?
I'm just asking.
Why are they walking on eggshells? Like, what are you?
Should they have should they get an alcoholic drink or should they not get an alcoholic drink on the first date?
Why are y'all adding factors to this
I'm not asking?
Because now people women that are looking at the show now and listening to you, and if you go out on a date with one of these women, they're going to be walking on eggshells. Like, oh my gosh, I can't order a well done steak. I can't order French fries. I can't, like,
They're gonna want to know. They want to know the
listen.
criteria, right? They want to know the criteria. Japanese blossom, no fries. You can get a medium well steak. Now, should they order wine, beer, or just a regular
definitely
drink?
not beer.
Because would she be considered loose if she get an alcoholic drink on the first date?
Very ratchet.
Especially no milkshake then, huh?
Oh, I know he was judging me the other day, but that wasn't our first time out together. So
thank you, Bree. Women do the same thing. Y'all judge us by what we order and what we eat. Y'all may not, but what I'm telling you is I'm really giving people game because
really?
Because
Go ahead.
Y'all don't realize what comes across by what you order and what you eat on the first date. We really it's an audition. It really is. So you sitting here and you ordering, let's say you ordered a steak well done. So I'm sitting here looking at you. I'm like, okay, she like to waste money. And then you get a loaded baked potato. And I'm sitting here looking at you and I'm thinking this. And then you get, an alcoholic drink or whatever. And that's cool. I should be able, I'm going to flip the bill or whatever. I'm gonna ask you how your little tough ass meat was, and for you to get a steak and potato, you ain't gonna eat all that. And if you do eat all that, I'm like, this greedy heifer right here, just eat everything.
Just ain't no type of
so let me
balance.
Wait a minute. So let me explain something to you. For you to eat a steak at the Peddler and a potato, do you know how big that is? See, if you haven't been, then you don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, first of all, I've been to the Peddler.
Okay.
Second of all, I've never been to Ruth's Chris. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and all. I mean, pretty much ain't a restaurant around here. Flamingos up in Raleigh got the best steak I ever had. I mean, I'm just saying,
you're taking it too far. I said
you took it too far, Vic, when you said you can't tell me how it is if you ain't never been. Like you insinuating ain't nobody been. So that's what you said. Am I not right?
Can you eat a whole steak and potato from the Peddler?
No.
Okay, then. That's all I said. You can't do that.
But you can take a to-go box.
That's not what Veronica. The to-go box was not even in the cat. Even in the. It's not what we were talking about. I said if you sat in front of me and you ate that whole steak and potato and your drink.
I could just see so many different things. I don't judge. I guess I never really judge anybody on what they've ordered and what they've eaten. I judge on whether he's going to open my car door or the door that I walk through. If he's going to hold my chair, he's going to hold my chair. That type of thing.
Chairs. I ain't doing none of that shit. Because I start out like I can hold out. I'll hold the door for you. You can walk on the inside. You can do all this and be sweet. But I ain't going above and beyond to try to get in your drawers when you already gonna give them to me anyway. So ain't no point.
Oh, really? So you looked at my plate and was like, "Oh, you better eat all that." But guess what? I ate it for lunch the next day.
I had looking at your plate. That's what you ordered. We wasn't there for that. We was there for something completely different.
Yeah, but you still was judging me in your head.
I would judge you by that big ass drink you had.
I can't believe you had a big drink.
I can't either. Like when it came out, I was like, "Oh my God!" What is...
I know.
Sure, we can read the letter, Cheryl. Cause you know why Cheryl say that? Because she's tired of your mess.
I'm tired of talking.
Let's get into this letter, shall we? All right, let me get to it. All right, so we do have an email letter, an hour in the show. So, yeah, let's get into it. So it says, will I be wrong if I say no? Says, my husband is about to move his mom in with us. He hasn't asked me yet, but he's been saying little stuff, trying to hint around that it is coming. Unfortunately, she's been diagnosed with an illness. She has 5 children, 4 daughters and 1 son. 2 of her daughters live with her. They are both in their late 40s. The other 2 sisters are 50 and 55. They live in other states, and my husband is 52. I don't see the point of my mother-in-law leaving her house and coming to live with us when she has 2 grown daughters living in the home. If they don't want to take care of her, what is wrong with them paying someone to come help out? It makes no sense for her to leave the comfort of her own home. To be honest, I'm not in the position to take care of anyone else. My husband is not well himself. He's on and off medication as he suffers from depression. He forgets to take his medicine half the time. I take care of him and our 22-year-old son who still lives with us. We do have the space, but I'm burnt out. He said the other day that I need to clean out the spare bedroom by the end of the month. I asked why, and he only replied, I know the reason and I shouldn't have a problem with his decision. Will I be wrong to stand my ground and say no? I feel like his sisters need to step up and take care of their own mother. Why should I be the one to take on the role of the caretaker? Are y'all laughing at me? What y'all laughing at?
No, I'm laughing at these people cold.
Please.
Our viewers are cold.
Veronica, just go through your. So what you think?
They cold-blooded.
So let me start off then. So
Yes.
So like I was saying, that sounds like a burden to me. That sounds like a burden. I said it last Tuesday when I started talking about people being burdens on people. Nobody wants to take care of nobody. I don't want to take care of your mama. I don't want to take care of your daddy. I don't want to do that because now you're inconveniencing me. Now, I think this is going to be a really good test for their relationship. This is not something that my man is taking lightly because he's pretty much made his decision. So it's either you live with it or deal with it. I mean, I don't see what she's. I mean, what's the question? What are you asking? What should you do, ma'am?
Will she be wrong if she said no?
I mean, she can say whatever she want to say, but the mama's still coming.
Well, she's the woman of the house. And
what does that mean?
And it's just not. It's just solely not his decision.
What is the woman of the?
That should be. That's her house. She's the woman of the house, and he has to respect that. So
no, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, apparently he don't.
He needs to. I mean, you're gonna risk your marriage over now moving in your mom where your sisters could take care of her. She's in a place already. Like, what is it that she's moving? Is she ill, terminally ill, or something?
The mom, yes, she got diagnosed with an illness.
Is it terminal?
She didn't.
I mean, that makes a difference. If it's terminal, I mean, she may not be there for long. I mean, not trying to be funny at all, but she may not be there for long. And then, as we know, family members don't always take care of people like they're supposed to. So she may not be getting the care that she needs. But it's not an excuse to put it on her when she's already dealing with him. And if he's not, go ahead.
So it's okay to push it off on the sisters who don't want her, but the son wants to take care of his mama.
But she's already there. So that means, I mean, it just leads me to think that while she was well, they were okay with it. Now she's sick, they don't want to take care of her. So
and who says? Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sharon.
No, go ahead.
Who's to say that the sisters don't want to take care of their mother? It could be the only son that's like, bring mama here. Let her come over here. I mean, I don't see why the sisters would not. They're already living with the mother. I mean, this lady makes a lot of sense. The mother is already at the home, her home where she's comfortable at. Why would you move the mom to the son house instead of just leaving the mom there? She already got 2 grown daughters living with her.
Right. I don't understand that because first of all, that she's a female and if she's terminal and has an illness, it just makes more sense for the females to take care of her. If she was incompetent and she couldn't go to the restroom or anything, you know, I know he wouldn't be comfortable, as we spoke on last week, with doing certain things to his mother.
So I was right last
where his
week, right?
sisters could do it. Vic, nobody said you were wrong. Nobody said you were wrong.
I'm about to turn this whole camera over. What?
Nobody said you
See,
was
the
wrong.
thing is, he's expecting his wife to take care of her. That's what he's dependent on. The wife to take care of her.
And you know what? If she doesn't want to take care of her, that's her right. And if she moves out and leave her there with him, then he has to deal with it, not her. That's not her responsibility. It said to, you know, death do us part, sickness and health, them two. And she's doing what she's supposed to be doing with her husband.
Right.
So, you know, he needs to talk to her and come up with a plan. You just don't say, well, you know, this is the final decision. Okay. Well, let me move my side nigga in then. That's my final decision. I mean,
what's up, Fatine?
Hey, what's going on? Veronica, Mr. Manipulator, Shay. How y'all all doing this evening?
We are good. We just started this letter, as a matter of fact, an hour in.
Mm-hmm.
So this young lady wrote this letter. She, her husband is hinting around that he wants his mother to move in with them. She has a illness. She's been diagnosed with an illness, and the lady has 5 kids, 4 daughters, 2 daughters that live with her. They're in their late 40s. She have a 50-year-old and a 53-year-old, I think, but 2 daughters that live out of state. And then her husband, the son, the only son, is 52 years old. So he's hinting around that he wants his mom to come live there, but she's trying to figure out why the mom can't stay in the home with the 2 daughters and let the daughters take care of their mom instead of she moving out her home and coming to live with them. She's already take care of her husband. Her husband is kind of sick himself. He takes medication for depression. They have a 22-year-old son that lives there as well. So she's trying to figure out, will she be wrong if she tell her husband no when he come out and ask? Because she knows that it's coming for him to ask for the mother to come live with them. So she's trying to figure out, will she be wrong if she say no? Because she already have a lot going on. And she's trying to figure out why the 2 sisters can't step up and take care of their mother.
So what's everybody's opinion real quick?
We want your unbiased opinion.
Okay,
so
at the end of the day, that's a conversation among, again, we always say it's a conversation between the siblings at the end of the day to say, hey, what's the best for mama and mama's care, and who can do this, and can you step up and do this at the end of the day? And I think the wife should have that conversation before she just comes out and say no. See what some options are here that can work for everybody, because that is his mother, correct?
That's his mother, yes.
His mother. So that is his mother, and you have to be very careful about that, because, you know, at the end of the day, some folks will go to the end of the earth for their mother. I'm not going to say a son will or a daughter will, depending on what the relationship at the end of the day. I think she has legitimate concerns. I just don't think that she should just go there with an ultimatum. I think that she should give him that respect, and he should give her that respect to listen to what she say, that what's on the table, because sometimes you get caught up in the emotion. That's his mom's. I'll do anything for my moms. I'm not going to see my moms in the home and this, that, and oh, I don't think my sisters can do this. Or from an ego point of view, I want to do this. I'm the man and I have to make this decision. But he's not looking down the road that at the end of the day, you already have some challenges. The mother has some challenges. And guess what? Guess who this is going to wind up on if you get a little sicker? It's going to wind up on me. And not that I didn't sign up on this, but at the end of the day, if I can't do it properly, then what? Then am I the bad person? I'm putting extra pressure. So I just think that they have to have a conversation on this. And then he needs to go to the other siblings if he agrees. If he doesn't agree, then they're going to butt heads on this one.
Hmm.
So this is my whole stance on this. Women stick together. And everybody on this panel and everybody in this comment section full of shit tonight. And the reason I say that is because if that man, if she would have wrote the letter wanting to bring her mama, and that man would have said no, all of a sudden he's an insensitive bastard. Girl, move your mama in and take care of your mama. Because last Tuesday, we had a whole conversation about this. And y'all was all on the woman's side. I swear, y'all just will not be fair.
Well, first of all, you would think that a daughter would want to take care of her mother before the brother would.
But remember what Fatim said. It's all about who can give the best care. And apparently,
he can't even take care of himself.
But apparently, he feels that he can give better care to his mother than his two sisters.
He feel like his wife can give better care.
No, she did not say that. He don't
even remember to take his medicine.
See, we doing too much.
Come on.
Because she wrote the letter, so we're going by what she's saying. So I just feel like there's a little bit in here. Y'all like to spice a lot of shit up. So I'm just trying to sift through the mess, as we like to say. Okay. So I feel like if my man if he's sound-minded enough to want his mother, he might be depressed because his mama in a bad situation. We could what if all night, like I love to say, but I feel like there needs to be a discussion. But I get it. I get why she feels the way she feels, and I get why he wants his mother there. I understand both sides, but I really feel like this is the test of their relationship. They at the crossroads right now, because if she says no, he's gonna feel a certain type of way, and if she says yes, she's gonna always resent him for anything that goes wrong. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. So she needs to find out what's more important to her relationship or her sanity.
I just want to add one thing before Shay or Veronica jump in. I went through something like this, similar, when my father passed. My father passed. Both my mother and father were in the hospital together. My mother got together, when I mean at the same time, but different hospitals. My mother got out on a Friday. My father passed on that Sunday. My aunt took my mother. Now I'm right now I'm in South Carolina, and my aunt has passed on, and I'm at her daughter's, which is my first cousin, and we're like sisters. And my aunt took my mom's. When I say she took my mom's, and I signed over because I was next to kin. So anything that needed to be done for my mother, like going to get Medicaid and Medicare, with all that, I had to sign over my rights to my aunt to do this. Some of the children, and there's no grudges there, but they had their opinion. They felt that that was my mom's, and that their moms might have been going overboard, and that I should do more. But my aunt kind of shut that down, because she said, no, that's my sister. That's my older sister. When their mother had a stroke, my mother quit school down here in South Carolina, and took over to take care of the family. So before us as children were born, they three sisters were together. So that's what she said. That was her commitment, and do not jump on me. But you see what I'm saying? There was a conversation, and when that tension came in, my aunt took control and said, this is how we're going to do it, because me and my aunt had that kind of conversation at the end of the day, along with my mother. Eventually, my mom's wind up getting back on her own, moving back in a block from me, and so and so. That's what it takes. It takes a conversation.
That's it. So let's get into some of these comments. Strolling up. Jillian said, yep, let them sisters take care of her in her house. They living with her. Alicia says, no, you will not be wrong. If she is already burnt out, it is going to be bad move on their marriage. Rodney says those sisters got to step up. Stevenson, I'm afraid to read this. Please let her stay her old ass at her own damn house.
Stevenson said, Vic, the damn man want his wife to take care of him and his old ass.
What?
Yo, Stevenson is wilding. He said, Victor, the damn man want his wife to take care of him and his old ass damn mama. He ain't bring her. He can't take care of himself.
That's exactly what I said.
I get it, but it's funny. I know that's what you said, V. I know that's what you said.
Yeah, he's dependent on that wife to take care of both of them. And that's selfish.
Shay, I wanted to ask Shay, you kind of, I mean, I just came on, but you're quiet. What's your thoughts on this?
Oh, the air's been thick, real thick tonight.
Real thick.
I mean,
Okay.
real thick. Okay. So, but as I said earlier, it's a marriage. And even if the sisters are not taking care of the mom or the mother feels like they're not giving her that care, he still needs to have that discussion and that plan with his wife. That's their house. I know that's his mother, but you just don't say, clean out the room, my mama's coming. No, you need to sit down and talk about it with your wife, because you can't even remember to take your own depression medicine. So now she's going to be responsible for your depressed ass plus the terminal ill mother, which is not fair. If the sisters can take care of the mom, then the mom needs to be in their care. If he wants to go over there to help them, then go over there. But to remove her and to put that added pressure on his wife, I feel like it's unfair. And even I feel like if he had came to her with a good reason and said, you know what, I really want to take care of my mom. I hate that she's going through this. Will you help me? It's all in I think it's all in how you relay it and ask someone.
Yeah, because he haven't even asked yet. He's just throwing out hints right now.
Can I ask y'all, anybody on this panel got allergies?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yes.
Have y'all ever forgot to take a pill?
Oh, no, I don't have allergies that bad where I have to take medicine.
No, I don't forget.
So I have allergies and I forget every now and then to take my medicine, but I don't feel like that makes me incompetent. So, I mean,
but
if
allergies and depression is no comparison.
It is
right.
There's no comparison. That's mental. That's mental. Allergies will give you a runny, some eyes and some stuff. Okay. That's like comparing apples and oranges.
So antidepressant medicine makes you feel really shitty, and a lot of people don't want to take antidepressant medicine. They don't like taking it.
Yeah, so but if they need, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
No, I'm just going to say, but I don't care what you don't like to take. If it's going to benefit, bipolar people don't like to take medicine.
But who is it benefiting? Is benefiting the wife or is it benefiting my man? If I don't want to take something, who's being selfish? If this makes me feel bad, but you're getting the benefits from it, who am I taking the medicine for, me or you?
So I guess it's like if you got insulin, if you're diabetic and if you don't take your insulin, well, you compared allergies to depression. So now you see how it sounds.
No.
So if you're a diabetic and you don't take your insulin because you don't like the way it makes you feel,
that is we are completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
Exactly, Victor. Allergies and depression have nothing to do with each other.
They have it. You know what? Yeah, you're wrong.
Make your point.
My point is, if I don't take my allergy medicine, I won't die. If I don't take my antidepressant medicine, I won't die. If I don't take my insulin medicine, I will die. So
if somebody don't take their antidepressant medicine, they could die because some people are suicidal.
I could die too. I mean,
it's serious. Some people are suicidal.
Okay, but this guy apparently is not suicidal because he forgets to take his medicine and he's still alive. So we could take that off the table. All I'm saying is when it comes down to it, you can't say she's saying he's irresponsible or we're saying he's irresponsible because he forgets to take a pill. He forgot to take a pill. It's just a pill.
I don't know if it's selfish or not. I'm sitting here thinking, and I don't want to make this conversation go down another road, but it's the same. It's similar, not the same. It's similar. Like if a man, if if the man has an outside child and he brings this child, he brings this on his wife, I'm bringing this child up. She didn't sign up for that. You know, at the end of the day, she can be compassionate, but I'm not taking care of no child, no 24/7 going forward. And at the end of the day, not that she is being selfish at the end of the day, but she realizes that, look, this is not fair and there could be a better way. And if I don't say something, this is going to be on my shoulders. And if it's going to be on my shoulders, I better speak up now. Because if I don't speak up now and then I get into it, somebody's going to say, well, why didn't you say something in the beginning? And we could have worked this a different way.
So let's get to this comment. Chris Lucky says, a son not dealing with any BS when it comes to his mama. Wife just putting a strain on marriage, especially if there is some underlying reason the son wants mom there. Slack ass sisters not doing things, etc.
Now, see, my thing is that, you know, we're not playing. We're playing with a loaded deck here. There's a lot of females in the comment section, and like me and my man was talking about in the comment section earlier, if the roles was reversed and her mama or her daddy wanted to come and he said no, then this whole conversation would be about how he ain't shit, how he is not, you know, being sensitive to her needs and all this other stuff. But we're looking at it from one side. This man really wants to, you know, give his mother the best care that he feels that he could give. Y'all keep saying it's going to be put on her, but we don't know that.
But what about the wife feelings though? Because she's talking like she already have a lot going on. Seems like she have to take care of him. She has to take care of their 22-year-old son. What about her feelings? Why? Okay, in that case, why not just hire someone if you're able to? Hire a caregiver and let that mom stay in that home where she's at, her home, and let someone take care of her.
Not once did I pick a side here. I kept saying they are at a crossroads in their relationship. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Both of them, I see both of their points. I'm not picking a side, but I don't see where we need to. We're jumping down this man's throat. This man wants to spend time with his mother. So he's what, 52, I think. So in a realistic form, his mother is either 70 or 80. So we already know she's in the weaning stages of her life. This could be the last time, maybe. And I don't want to take it to this extreme, but apparently he's got something in his mind that he wants to be around his mother now. So there's something there. I don't know what it is.
So he should, again, we're not part of that conversation, but he should be honest with her.
Yes.
Again, and say that, listen, I would like to spend more time. I don't think my sisters can do, or blah, blah, blah. But if there's no conversation, I'm telling you, because if we 6 months to a year and this woman cannot take it, or it's more added responsibility, and then she said, well, I told you so, and then she packs up and leave, then people want to blame her. But no, she's speaking her mind, and she feels that there could be another plan. Now, I do agree with something that Victor definitely said, that if he wants to care for his mom, and they could, if she's not down sick, then she could stay some time there and stay some time at the sisters. He can go over there and help, and vice versa. And this can be done as a better situation for a family. But if he wants to take the care, and you know, sometimes that man wants to stand up and say, I want to do for mama and this, that, and other. And usually I honestly see more women doing this. I don't know what the sisters. I don't know what the sister's situation is at the end of the day. I don't know what their situation is, and why he wants to do this. Let me just put my headphones back in because it came out. But at the end of the day, I think that between 3 folks, they can do a better job than it just being on one person, and then the wife has some issues.
So the dynamic of their siblingship or sibling whatever is 4 girls and 1 boy. So we already can assume that him being the only boy mama probably gave him a little bit more attention. He's probably really close to mama.
Mhm.
I would just assume.
A lot of boys, a lot of men are.
He's a mama's boy.
Well, I'm not saying that, but he's the only boy.
Mhm.
So we can assume, you know, it would be safe to assume that. And Fatim, I totally agree with what you said. You know, the whole conversation, because I don't think he is being completely open with her. Because if he was, she may would have put more details in here, maybe. But we know how they like to manipulate, you know, the truth. But
Okay. Mr. Manipulate.
I set myself up, baby.
You did.
Yeah, you sure did. You stepped right into that one, buddy.
So I feel like, I honestly feel like, and we're talking about, you know, perfect situation, that if he was 100% open and honest with her about his feelings and his mother, she would have considered, you know, bringing mama in. But I think this is one of these things that, you know, I'm the man, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, because I think he's just trying to slide mama on in there. Because like I said, he didn't come, he didn't ask. It's like he keep throwing out these hints about what he's gonna do. Oh, clean out the spare bedroom. The wife asked why. He couldn't even say why. You know.
Now, I'll say this, and I hate throwing out scenarios. I fucking hate it. But I have seen where an older invalid person being at home, and their kids or their caregivers will only want them there because they receive benefits, so they can use this person's benefits. But I don't really feel like there's that, because apparently the sister's not really putting up a fight, right?
Right.
For mama to leave. So there may not be no compensation there for taking care of mother. But I get it, because if I told me and my mother had this conversation when I sent her the podcast that we had last Tuesday, and I told my mother, you know, I don't think I could honestly take care of you, but I would give you the best care that I could afford.
One thing I want to say is, one of the things is, a lot of times, especially with us people of color, we don't like outside people coming into our affairs and telling us what and how to go about doing things. And when I say outside people, because I'm going to say something here that, you know, but since he is on antidepressant medicine, most likely a medical doctor did not put him on that. Most likely a mental health doctor put him on that medicine. And I think that not only a conversation with the wife and the other siblings, but this is something that needs to be brought to his doctor, because I was sitting here thinking, I don't know what the whole thing with the antidepressant. I don't even know that by his mom being there, that might help him. That might motivate him and encourage him to do more things, to be on point, to take his medicine. I don't know that. But since you are being followed by someone like that, that person needs to be brought into the equation to be able to look at this from not an emotional part, but from a perspective of what can be beneficial for him. Because the mental doctor may say, honestly, I understand where your heart is, and that's your mom, and I can't really get in the middle of that. But what I can assess, that A, B, and C, and this may not be the best thing for you in taking this whole venture on, but it may be helpful that if you can share some of this and help your moms, and at the end of the day, you all feel better together.
Okay, so your family doctor can prescribe you Prozac, Zoloft, Zantac. It's not a mental health doctor. Don't have to do that. And, you know, the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist is that the psychiatrist will prescribe you medicine, when the psychologist tries to use cognitive behavior in order to try to change behavior. Right. So your doctor can prescribe you anything that they want to. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mental health doctor, because a lot of times people get misdiagnosed because they family doctor gave them some bullshit that they really didn't need.
Yeah, but a good doctor will advise you to go see a specialist.
Yeah,
So-
New York. See, that's what I'm saying. Down here may be different, so that's why I had to say, because when my mother went through mental health challenges, her internal medicine doctor referred her to a mental health doctor or facility to deal with that. So at least in New York, I don't see many internal medicine doctors going that route, because they have specialists that deal with this and see more into this than internal medicine doctor. I don't know what happens in the Carolinas, so I just speak.
I mean, we looking at this whole epidemic right now when it comes to pills. So doctors got to make money. So if you really want to be a really good doctor, if you ain't writing the scripts that I ask you to write, I'm gonna just pull my business and go to somebody else. So that's what's happening. You got the pill seekers. They go into Florida where they pill stuff is lax. I mean, I know we getting off subject, but I'm just saying, I get what you're saying, but that may be, your world here where you don't see it. But we do see people going to doctors because this doctor will write me a script for whatever I ask him for. And there are a lot of doctors that do that in the South, in the North, in the West, and in the Midwest. They do that.
Let me ask Veronica and Shay Shay on this one. I'm not asking you as the wives now, as being the wife of the husband. I'm asking you as being the sisters of the brother. What do you think? Why wouldn't you think? And the sisters, did the sisters say no, they don't want to do this, or the brother stepped up and said he wants to do this?
The brother stepped up according to the letter. She didn't say anything about the sisters, what they thought about it.
So what, as you being sisters, both, and if you were put in that situation, what would you want to do? What would you want to do for your moms, knowing that your brother wants to step up in this circumstance? What would you do? You both are women, females. What would you want to do in the sense of helping your moms in this situation? What would you tell your brother, and how far would you go in assisting care for your moms in this circumstance?
Well, me personally, I would definitely want mom to stay where she's comfortable at, which is in her home. My sister and myself, we live with mom, so I don't see why we wouldn't be capable of taking care of mom instead of moving her with my brother and his wife, knowing what my brother is already dealing with, knowing what my sister-in-law is already dealing with. I'm not going to put my mother on someone else, even though that is my brother. He has a wife. I'm single. My sister is single. We're there at the house with mom. So we just take turns taking care of mom. Listen, our moms birthed us. They took care of us. So, unfortunately, sometimes it turns on us and we have to take care of them. So I don't see the point of moving mom out the house when both of us are grown. Yet, yes, they're in their late 40s. They still have, a life to live. They're doing their thing, but it's two of you. So one of y'all want to go out one night, the other sister, y'all just take turns. Like, there should be conversation between the two sisters on how we're going to get this done. How are we going to take care of our mother? We shouldn't, not throwing her off, but we shouldn't have mom relocate to a different home when we're right there in the home. That's how I feel about the situation.
Shay?
I just feel like there's a couple things going on. There's always going to be that one person in the family that's going to be responsible for that sick person. It's just is. The other siblings are not going to help out as much. You're going to be responsible for that sick person. Just like my mother, she took care of her father. The other siblings came in and they helped some, but she was the primary, until he passed, and I helped her. I'm different. I'm cut from a different cloth. When my sister had her stroke, I dropped everything. And I was gone 17 days straight in Virginia. So I'm like your aunt. Like, my family is first. So I've been told my mother, if something happened to my mom, my father, if I can do it, I'm not putting them in a nursing home.
Mhm.
So if my brother and sister don't want to do it, then I'll do it. I'll make a way of doing it. The other thing that I feel like the husband is having a different conversation with the sister and the mother than he is with the wife, because one, he's not having a conversation other than clean out the guest room. So he's
Yeah.
telling them a different thing. And she needs to know what that conversation is. And he needs to communicate with her more about what he's saying to them.
Right.
You know,
Yes, they need to have a family meeting.
right.
Right.
Because that's a partnership. You don't mess up your home. I'm not saying she can't care for the mother, but he needs to give her a choice, whether she wants to or not. You just don't force something on someone that has been there helping you, and y'all have a house together and y'all have children. You just don't do that. I wouldn't do it. I'm going to ask you, and then I'll tell you why I want to do it. And if you're okay with it. That's what's wrong with people now. You want to force stuff.
Mhm.
But sometimes if you just ask and you talk to people like they're human, you can get more with sugar than you can with shit.
But what happens if they don't agree with it?
And if they don't agree with it, they're going to have to come to it. They're going to have to, it's going to be, I'm not staying to take care of your mom. You're going to take care of her. He's going to have to come to terms with his marriage may end right there.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes that far. So, I mean, as long as he's okay with that and she's like, you know what? I can't do it. I'm out. So he has to come to terms with that because that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So last week in the letter, y'all was jumping down for better or for worse. So right now we at the worst. And she want to bail on his mom.
Better or worse for them. It didn't say for better or worse for your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. It's you taking vows to each other. That better, because the Bible said when you find a wife, you cleave to your wife.
Okay.
All others are forsaken, and that's what your vows say.
So with that being said, when your situation happened, if you had a husband and he told you not to go, what you gonna do?
I'm out because my sister gonna come first. That's my choice. Just like if it's his choice to take his mom, he can, but he has to come to terms like I did. If that's going to end my marriage or my relationship because I want to take care of my sister, my only sister, then it is what it is.
So you set the boundaries. Then you have boundaries.
It is what it is.
So you have boundaries you will not cross, but you also have boundaries that you will cross because of certain priorities that you have set, not only as a wife, but as an individual, as a sister, as a daughter. At the end of the day, and that's why when people get together and get into marriages, you can't discuss everything that comes up because you don't know what they are going to come. But that's how you learn a person, and that's what I'm saying. We jump into things because of the physical, but there's much more of a relationship and dealing with other challenges that come up. And when you know your significant other, your spouse or whatever, and you respect them, this is where you can have there may be tough conversations, but if you know and understand them and respect them, you can get through this and work together on it.
Right. And and back to Chris, I didn't agree with you or Vic. I agree with myself because I'm an individual. If that man want to take care of his mama, he can. Like I said, and I will repeat again, he has to come to terms that this will ruin his marriage. His wife may leave. If he's okay with that, do what you got to do, player. Get your mama, take care of her.
Really?
Nobody.
I didn't get that bell.
Vic look at me like, why are you ringing that bell?
That's what I would do.
Because I don't get where y'all standing on both ends of the spectrum right now.
No, I'm not.
I don't understand it. It's not meant for me to understand.
He can't force his wife to stay there and take care of his mother.
That's
doesn't want to.
That's not what I said. Y'all just had a whole conversation about them being married, him respecting his wife, him doing all of this. So then when I pose the question to you, you turn around and say you're an individual. How can you be on that end of the thing and he gave you a bell as if that shit was about to break?
Because I didn't say, because there's a pro and a con to this. There's an option.
Right.
If you want to take care of your mom, bruh, take care of your mom.
Yeah.
I would clean out that room and set it up good and nice for you while I pack my bags, because that's not what I want to do. That's the realization. That's what I'm saying. I'm done. But if she chooses to stay and help him take care of his mom, that's on her. But he needs to still communicate that, because everybody's hearing something different. She's not getting the full story. They're not including her, but you want her to take care of your mom. If she chooses not to, that's on her. She don't have to. Her vow isn't to his mother. But if she chooses to leave,
one more time with it, Bill.
I swear to God, he doing too much tonight.
But if she chooses to leave,
yeah,
that's her decision.
because that's
she don't
real.
want to.
That's real
Wait a
talk.
minute,
That's real
y'all-
talk. Because why is that real talk? Because we BS too much. We
Exactly.
BS too much, and that's real talk. That's why.
So
she
mine
got
was
it
a
back.
real talk.
No,
I didn't get a
I
damn
gave you a bell. I didn't give you a bell.
Girl,
Yes,
you know
I
I'm
did.
gonna support you all daggone night long. But
Thank
the fact of the matter is that she don't want to take care of the mom. She don't have to. If he wants to take care of his mom, you do that. You know what I'm saying? But it needs some communication going on. If she decides to leave behind this, that was his choice. He chooses to. She don't want to do it. I'm leaving. He's okay with her leaving. So he chose his mom, which he can perfectly do. But he's going to have to pay the price of not having a wife.
I challenge every damn body in this comment section to go back and listen to what y'all was saying at the beginning to now. Y'all just ain't gonna just pick a side and stay on it, is it? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, I do believe once you get married, that husband and that wife comes first.
Apparently, it's only when they come first when it's convenient for you. And I'm saying but just convenience.
But then, you know,
I like what Alicia says. She says, I'm hiring the best healthcare worker to take care of my loved one, and my marriage will be safe, and loved one will be cared for. We all win.
When I said that last week, all of a sudden, I was like, oh, do I
agree
need to
with
run
her.
the take back? Do I need to run the take back? Because y'all, that's what me and Chris been talking about all night long. Y'all will jump on a damn man as if he covered in blood and y'all sharks. But the minute the shoe is on the other foot, y'all will condone some bullshit.
So what Victor
and then you
said,
got a bell to confirm that.
No, you want a bell on that, Victor? So
No,
I do understand the double standard. I do understand the double standard at the end of the day. There is a double standard when it comes down to that. And that plays out in a lot of things in life. It's just not one way. And is that double standard fair or right? No, but life ain't fair or right at the end of the day. So I do understand the double standard. I do get what you're saying, that if we would as men come down and say those kind of things, then we're trifling, we no good, we don't support. I do understand that at the end of the day. But I don't know if that's the conversation right here. I think the conversation is right here is what is going to be best done for this marriage, what's going to be best done for the mother at the end of the day. And yes, we can look at it that if we make a decision like that and we say some of the things that maybe women may say, then we are looked at differently. But that's how society is at the end of the day. And we reap the benefits of being able to talk about some things that we do and don't get ridiculed on where women do. And this is one that's on the other side.
Let's see.
Wait, Veronica. Just gave you a bell for just saying something.
You know what? Because
I just
appreciate it.
Sitting here listening to when you pose the question to both of them.
Yes.
How they answered. Mm-hmm. How they was saying, mom this, mom that, whoop, why can't they stay, see here, this? And then one question, they jump sides. That fast.
Who is they? And what are you talking about?
I mean, when I say they, that don't include me. So I wasn't asked the question.
And I stuck with what I said. The mom should stay in the house with the two sisters if it was me and my sister.
Yeah, I asked the question for them, not asking what the woman
would do as a wife.
Right. I asked these women would do if they were, if they would. I asked it from the perspective of them being the sisters. That's what I did, because we're looking at the wife and the man, but I asked them because, you know, as sisters, and they gave their perspective as being sisters, and also from the perspective of that being their mother. So
there's a lot going on. I think Alicia and Chris are going
Well,
back and forth.
all of us is in the same comment, but
Okay.
where it started, I can back up for it.
Yeah.
Or of course now I can't, because you know your computer wants to act crazy.
I'm gonna tell you this: my mother's gone, but I'll be honest with you. My mother had pride, unless she was just could not, you know, she was paralyzed and this, that, and the other. But I wouldn't throw my mother away. But I don't know. I think my mother would even come to me and say, "Listen, I can't have you take care of me and wipe me and do this and do that." I think out of pride, and
She would prefer her daughters.
she may prefer her daughters, or she would prefer being in a facility
Yeah.
for or that type of care. My mom's had a home attendant at the end of the day. I did little things for my mother. You know, I dealt with her medicine, I dealt with that, but I didn't deal with that kind of care at the end of the day, because that was how the respect, you know, certain things. I didn't see my mom's, you know, I didn't see my mom's undress unless I had to see her if she was sick and I came over and I had to help her like that. But there's a certain pride there that even though that's my mom's and I'm her son, there's still that boundary, unless it's to the point that she cannot do for herself.
Well,
And
I mean,
I have to do.
Vic pretty much said that last week, that he wouldn't take care of his mom.
I would.
For that simple fact.
Yeah. So what they started at, it says, Chris says a son is not dealing with any BS when it comes to his mama, wife. Just
I read that one.
Putting a strain. So then Alicia said, Chris, you're saying the wife is putting a strain on the marriage. How is she burnt out taking care of him and her home? So she's supposed to add to her burden to take care of the sick mother-in-law. Excuse my language, but I'll be damned if I'm going to risk my health to take care of your mom when we can clearly pay someone to do, and he visits the mother on a daily basis. Don't risk my health or my marriage because you don't want your mom in the home. Do they live in the same? I didn't catch that part, that you can see his mom on a daily basis. I didn't. If that's part of it, then
no. I think she's saying like he can drive to where his mom.
But was that in the letter though? I'm not sure.
No, that wasn't in the letter.
Okay. And then Chris says, I'm saying I'm not asking you to do I got it. You selfish when you don't know the whole story situation. And if the shoe was on the other foot, all the women in here will be raising hell about the man being an asshole. And I love that post that he said.
Of course you do.
And then Chris, because it's the truth. Dick, can I get a bell? Appreciate it.
You don't get a bell. He gets the bell. He wrote it.
Not me. And if I knew my husband was already a burden, she used the word burden, or stress,
I wouldn't try to add more stress on him.
I wouldn't try to add more stress by moving mom in. And Chris says, that's all. That I am whatever. Not arguing. All I'm saying, if the shoe was on the other foot, you and the other women would have a problem. So then I said, Chris,
boy, how long is this?
Facts. Let's just put a pin in this conversation, because there will be another letter where the shoe is on the other foot, and let's just see how they respond in. And Chris said, also, me personally, no matter how stressed I am, my dad raised me to be a man, and I will do what I got to do. And Alicia said, and that's where I disagree. I wouldn't have a problem with it. So
I'm gonna just tell you this. I you know, and I'm watching everybody's mood in here, and I'll tell you this. And I'm not saying no one here about the love or degree of how they love their parents, their mother, their father, this, that, and other. But some people will die for their parents, especially their mother. And you never know what a mother has done and gone through, and the sacrifice they have done. And at the end of the day, when especially a son sees that and see that she clawed and sacrificed and put clothes and food on the table, At the end of the day, they will do any and everything and bump wife, bump sisters, bump anything. They will do the best that they feel because they feel they obligated to return that favor. And especially those, everybody's not religious, but I do understand that, you know, they say as we're born as babies and we return that. And our parents took care of us. And now the child has to take care of that parent. So I understand where some folks are there, and I'm telling you, it's hard to cross that line when somebody is just really straight up and they don't give a damn about your feelings and your other feelings when it comes to your mother. And that's how it is sometimes.
Who is this? I look up. Who is this?
They both got glasses on. They got the studious look tonight.
So this is my biggest problem with this letter, with the responses, with the mood, which everything. People tend to not want to take care of somebody else if it's not directly affecting them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have an issue with my peoples if they was like, well, I want to bring my mama in here. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But on the other hand, I want to stand here and say, I want to bring my mama in. I need for you to accept that shit.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, and I think I want to address Alicia to what you just said. Alicia says, so for Teen, that makes it right. No, y'all are missing that wife is already almost burnt out. I'm not missing anything because I commented on that earlier. I was making a statement that there are some sons that will go anywhere and bump the wife, bump her being burnt out. Just like Shay mentioned that if something happened to her sister, she's out. She's going to do it. If it threatens her marriage, she's going to do that. So I'm not saying that just to throw that on the wife, because I said at the end of the day, there needs to be a conversation and there needs to be both persons' feelings taken into consideration. But I'm saying there are some people that will make that decision because it comes down to your mother. And do you understand that strong emotion? Some people will die for their mother and they don't give a damn about your feeling. I'm being harsh about it because they don't give a damn about it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not missing the point. I do agree. I do agree.
Victor?
Huh?
What?
If you get married,
right,
you say, damn your wife.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
not you, some people. I'm asking Victor, Mr. Manipulator.
So I can't sit here and say that you're right. I'm my mother's only child. All right. There is nobody but me. So I will go to the lengths of the earth to get my mother exactly what she needs. I don't know what that is. I already stated that I could not personally, or I would not want to personally take care of my mother. I don't want that burden on me. But I am willing to go to the lengths of the earth. But I also know that my mother would not want me to stress out the woman that I'm with, whether we're married or not, with whatever issue she got going on. That's just how we operate. See, our relationship is from what I've seen mother-son relationships, ours is really kind of unique. From me looking at other people's stuff. Ours is kind of unique.
Veronica and Shay, how would you look? And I'm not speaking personal, but I can speak from a personal point of view. So if you have a wife that's sick, we as men have a wife that's sick and in and out of the hospital, and they want to move their moms in, and their mother is sickly, and then my wife goes in the hospital. And now only I got to deal with that. Now I got to deal with your moms and making sure that she's fed and cleaned and everything. And if I come to the point and say, I'm at my wit's end, would you blame me for that? Would you blame me if I said, I can't deal with this, I can't take it anymore? Would you blame me for that?
No, I mean, I wouldn't blame you for that. I mean, I think anyone has a burning point, whatever you call it. Like, you can't put so much on one person. That's why they have these people in these professions, caregivers and all that. Have someone come in. If you don't trust them, have someone come in, stay in the house, a certain period of time until, you get your rest or you go to work and do what you got to do. There's people in positions to do jobs like that. So no, I wouldn't expect for you to. I will understand if you got burnt out. I wouldn't blame you for that.
Shay?
You,
Shay? Are you froze? What's your thoughts?
I just feel like different strokes for different folks. Let me tell you something. If my mom was sick and I had to take care of my mom, I wouldn't bring her in here for him to take care of my mom. I'm going to take care of my mom. Mm-hmm. So evidently she feels like it's going to be put on her, because if he wants to bring his mom in the house and take care of his mom, then that's a different story. But if he's going to take care of her, but she already feels like that burden is going to be on her, and she knows. Mm-hmm. She knows her household. She knows her husband. She knows her household. She knows it's probably going to fall on her. That's why the resistance is. I feel like at the end of the day, there are some relationships, some marriages where the mother or father gets sick and they can agree to take the parent in, no matter whose it is, and keep that parent. Then that person loves that mate and their parents. I mean, but then at the end of the day, there are some people that can't do it because they already are stressed to the levels where they can't take care of someone else. And you need to find an alternative, care plan. So, if she feels like she can't do it, she can't do it. Right. But if he's going to do it and bring her there and take care of it, that's a different story. Let him do it. But I mean, communication.
Communication is key.
Communication. I'm gonna take care of mine at the end of the day.
And Alicia says, no, I wouldn't blame you. I would even encourage that we put her in a home that someone can take care of her.
Can you put Stevens' comment up? Because I did not think about what he said until he said that.
This one?
Yes.
Victor, we as men wouldn't have any problem with our wife want to bring her mom home with us, because we men already know we are not about to take care of her mother. That's the wife problem.
I never thought, I not once thought about it like that until he said that. And for the most part, what he's saying is true. I mean, yeah, I'm for the most part, take care of your mom because she's in the house. But as the primary caregiver, that's just not what I'm going to do. I didn't think about it like that until he said that.
Yeah, I'm reading this. I'm like, didn't we say this?
I just said that. I wouldn't bring my mom or dad here for my mate to take care of. That's going to be my responsibility. So if he wants to bring his mom in to take care of her, he needs to make it his responsibility, not his wife.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, yeah, in that form, yeah.
I've had mothers stay in my house for whatever reason, but I didn't have to take care of them. You understand? So it was a different thing. Now, if it becomes a situation where I have to take care of them, again, I have to go to what Shay says. I can't just make that decision and say I'm not going to do. It has to be a conversation, and that conversation is explained. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it, and this is how we're going to do the care. And this is going to help. We're going to have a home attendant doing these hours, and this is what I'm going to do. Are you willing to kick in if I'm at the grocery store or whatever, so and so? And that's what it is. That's what it is, and that's how it has to work. But if you just decide to say I'm going to do this and no conversation, at the end of the day, expect your significant other, husband or wife to take care of your moms, I think that's disrespectful.
So when we take these vows and we come as one, can I make that? So basically, you can't make no decisions on your own, right? When it comes to
not if it's going to affect the other person.
So realize that, I mean, and I'm outside of my comfort zone when I'm speaking about this now. So if you're saying, if we come together as one, every decision you pretty much make, major decision, you're basically saying you should consult with your mate.
Correct.
Every decision.
Every
Not
decision that's going to affect your significant other. Yes.
Okay. And y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, not every decision, but if you think it's something that's going to cause problems within the marriage, definitely talk with me about it. Communication is key. I say this pretty much every show. Communication. So you don't want to make decisions knowing that it could be something possibly that's going to destroy our marriage. That's selfish. So yes, definitely have that conversation with your significant other.
That's right. Because I wouldn't want her to make a decision that's going to affect me without having some type of input, and vice versa.
So let's wrap things up because it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We know you don't wrap it up, Mr. Manipulator.
Nothing. I don't even got my phone in no case.
Can I ask you a question? What did y'all talk about the first hour?
Oh God, no.
You know what we talked about, Fatim? The truth. And
About-
for whatever reason, they don't like the truth.
Oh gosh. Thank y'all for watching Tangy Tea of Life.
But see, that's the thing. This is the thing, Fatim.
Hey Reggie.
The whole discussion was about me. And
We going down this road.
And some people got attitudes. I don't understand how you can get an attitude when I was talking about myself.
We talked about the baby and the situation that's going on with his side chick / baby mama / convict / whatever. That's what we talked about. And we disagree with a lot of stuff.
Got it.
As
I
usual.
can see.
Unusual.
I got you.
I mean, nothing unusual.
I couldn't really
Okay.
touch on the subject because, like I said, I just heard about it today.
Well, Fatim, everybody in the comment section agreed with me. So
As always, that's right.
Yeah. I just want to say this.
Anywho.
I want to say this real quick. And I think again, I think we all been around in circles on this. There needs to be a conversation here. I think that there needs to be a conversation between the husband and wife. As you on one C word, Veronica, communication, I'm on conversation there. And then from there, I think the siblings should have a conversation, and maybe the husband will look at it and say, well, you know what? I didn't look at it from this way. I love my moms and I'm willing to do anything with my moms. But you know what? Let me talk with my sisters and let's see what we can do to work this out to make it better for everybody. But the bottom line, to make sure that mama is taken care of. So that's that. But I got to say something now, and I'll be vague with it because I got to put everything out. I want to first of all say I thank, when I first came on this show as a guest, Veronica, you invited me on this show as a guest. And then when I came back later on, Victor was here. I got a chance to meet Shay, Deanna, and some other folks. And I'm glad that, you made me Veronica made me part of this show. And not that I'm going anywhere. I just want to say that no, I'm not doing that. I love the team and I respect you. And we get into some interesting conversations, heated conversations at the end of the day. But I'm sending this message to anybody that's watching this, anybody, that I stand with you, Veronica. I stand with Victor. I stand with Shay. And anybody that feels that they want to come in between or bring us down, that ain't going to happen because we are a unit like this. And what we're going to do, whatever it takes, we're going to make this bigger and better, whoever is in our corner or not in our corner. And one thing, the bottom line is, Veronica, this is your vehicle. This is your vision. And whatever you say, I'm behind you. I send that message to anybody who disagrees with it. I don't give a damn. And I just want to say that.
I want to know why we all had our fists up and the two quicker head women. No, it's too late. It's too late.
Wait.
It's too late now.
Yeah, I mean, some folks don't understand this, but at the end of the day, I just have to say that.
Thank you, Fatim.
And
really appreciate that, my brother. Thank you.
So I will say, my final thoughts for team. I stand with everybody on this show, no matter how much we argue, fight, look, whatever. At the end of the day, y'all can't say nothing bad about nobody on this panel because I'm not going to agree with you. Now, if they're standing there, you can say you can have at it, but I ain't going by. Don't come at me about nobody else you see here, unless you all put us in together, and then you say what you want to say in front of everybody. That backdoor shit, that ain't me. All right. Now, if one of you ladies want to talk backdoor, if y'all related to them, by all means, they ain't gonna tell me. But Miss Michelle, it would take something really strong and to get me to join the Cowboy Nation. But I will say
I didn't wear the blue and white for a reason tonight.
So I exactly. And
don't let me go get that jersey now.
Washington football team. So I will say they're at a crossroads in their relationship. Ma'am, you need to find out what's more important, your sanity or your marriage. I can't answer that. I'm outside of my element. So, that's something that you're gonna have to talk to some people about. And if your husband listening, he needs to be more open, like Fatim said, because there's some things that he's leaving out.
Sharon, any final thoughts?
None, hun.
Well, let me say that I appreciate all of you from the bottom of my heart. Since Fatim went there, I just want to say that we are a team, and I appreciate y'all. I started this tea back in 2019. Things have really spiked up since the pandemic. We have I thank all of my viewers from when the show started back in 2019 who are still riding with us till today. And I appreciate the new ones that came aboard and watch faithfully every Tuesday and Thursday night. We appreciate y'all. We're not going anywhere. We're going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off. We're going where God leads us. And I just thank God for this platform. We talk about any and everything on the tea. I always say that when the show starts, this is what the tea is about. We talk about any and everything, and I thank God for that, because it's like nothing is really off limits. Except for like politics. Like I try not to get in that and try not to hit so much when it comes to religion. Because I don't know my Bible page to page, and I don't want to talk about things that I'm not familiar with, and I don't want to just go after topics or whatever that I can't relate to or I can't speak on because I'm not knowledgeable on that specific topic. But anyway, I appreciate the team that God has put together. I appreciate Deanna. Sister have things going on, and hopefully she'll be back to join us soon when she can. I appreciate everyone that started out with me. Brittany, Tawan, everybody. The team is, I love this platform. So what I want everybody to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just share our podcast with your Facebook friends and tell them to come on and like Tangy Tea of Life Facebook page. And also we have a YouTube page as well. If you go over there, you can watch the show live as well. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. But we appreciate all of y'all for kicking it with us every week. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, Reggie. Thank you all so much, Kenneth. We appreciate all of you. That's right. We bring the grown folks topic, and we're going to keep it coming because that's what I wanted the tea to be about. Everyday life situations, topics that people can relate to, topics that people don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the platform where you can talk about anything. So if you would like to be a guest on Tangy of Life, if you have an email you want to send in, a topic suggestion, it's tangyoflife@gmail.com. We keep it real here. We don't matter your skin color. You come on board, sit with us, have a topic. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. We don't judge here. So once again, I appreciate all of y'all. Mr. Sammy say he's hooked on the tea. I appreciate you, Mr. Sammy, and all of you, like I said, that watch every single week. We appreciate you guys so much, because without you, there would be no tea. So to my co-host, Sharon, thank you, my sis, for always being there.
You're welcome.
Fatine,
I appreciate the invite and trusting me to come on your show.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sis. Brother Fatine, all the way from New York, BLS radio station. You know, we both in the radio. I met Fatine back in 2019, I believe. And we've been kicking it ever since. And I feel like you are a good addition to the tea. We all bring different flavor. You know, we all have our own, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Perspective.
Yeah, perspective on the topics and things. So I really appreciate that. You know, sometimes they get a little hot on the tea. We may not agree with one another, but at the end of the day, it's love that we show to one another, and it's about respect. Thank you, Fatine. Thank you. It's about respecting one another, and that's what we do here on the tea. So I really appreciate my team. Mr. Manipulator, of course, my brother Vic. I appreciate so much. Who's been riding with me since 2019. I really, really, really appreciate Victor, like, so much from the bottom of my heart. You definitely bring heat when it comes to the tea, and I couldn't ask for a better co-host. So thank you so much.
Oh, I feel so moved.
Getting all warm inside, huh?
Even though she don't want to hang with your boy.
Feeling a little tingly. Yo, I hung out with Vic Friday night. He wanted me to hang out with him Saturday night. Like, I was in the bed, like, it was cold. I was cuddled up under the covers already, and he wanted me to come out.
And I appreciate Vic sending me an invite, and both about the Friday night at karaoke and also Saturday night.
Just Saturday.
I just said,
I invited you Friday.
You do it in the dark, come to the light. Well, anyway.
Michelle say you is her favorite, Vic. Well, what's up with that, Michelle? Excuse me?
All right, now.
What's going on, Michelle? What's happening?
All right, now. You be over here holding this damn camera.
Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate y'all so much. But please don't be afraid to come and, you know, ask to be a guest on the show. Like, you already know what y'all gonna get. You already know how it is. So, you know, we would love for you to come on board and be a guest one day, and keep your emails coming. We appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. Have a great night, Lord willing. We'll check y'all back here Thursday night with some more hot tea.
Listen, I just want to say this. I may be a little late because Reverend Sharpton put out a national call for pastors to come down to Brunswick, Georgia, due to the fact that when he went to the murder trial of Ahmaud Arbery, one of the defense white attorney that called them out and said, we don't want any more black pastors coming there. So there's a national call. So I'm headed down to Brunswick, Georgia, but I should be back in time for the show. But if not, I'll be right on as soon as I get back. Okay.
I appreciate you so much. See, we have so much going on, you know.
That's awesome.
But you guys taking time for the tea, like, I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate y'all so much, because y'all could be doing other things on Tuesday and Thursday nights, but you love what you do. As people, we all can see you love it, and you're dedicated to the show, and that means a lot to me. Thank y'all so much, guys. Have a great night. Be safe, and we will see y'all guys Thursday.
Good night.